Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another week of Sabbath School Nuggets. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you to Cynthia for her wonderful insights into last week's lesson, Laying Up Treasure in Heaven. This week's lesson is entitled, On to the Least of These. Our memory text for this week comes from Matthew 25:34. Then the king will say to those on his right hand, Come, you blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Sabbath's lesson asks a great question. Who are the least of these? Let's face it, it's not a term we commonly use today. So who exactly is the Bible talking about? Well, it's talking about all of the people we would refer to as less fortunate than ourselves. These could be refugees from another country, people who are living on the street, women and children living in a shelter. It could be individuals living in a halfway house or people living on a fixed or low income. Families who are struggling to survive. It could be people working 2 or 3 jobs just to pay the bills, or families who have to choose which bill they're not going to pay this month because they don't have enough money for food and for bills. Now, here's the thing. The Bible calls us to take care of people who are less fortunate than we are, regardless of how they got there. Let me repeat that last part, regardless of how they got there. You see, the Bible doesn't ask us to judge who is worthy of our help. It commands us to help, especially those who will never be able to pay us back. Enter Jesus, who, as Sunday's lesson reminds us, lived to bless and benefit those who were less fortunate. Back in Jesus' day, the Sadducees and the Pharisees refused to help the poor because they believed that God was punishing the poor for their sins. So you don't help the poor because you didn't want to interfere with the will of God. The truth is, like so many people today, they were excusing themselves from helping others by blaming others for the situation they were in. The message being, you got yourself into this mess, you can get yourself out. But Jesus didn't care about how people got themselves into the situation they were in. Human suffering is human suffering, no matter the cause. And the Bible tells us, if you want a religion that is pure and undefiled, then do this one thing. Help people who need your help, regardless of why they need your help. Well, that was our nugget for today. Again, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow.